Hello, all you beautiful people. Thank you for joining me. I'm Megan Benanti, and I have your reading for today. So, if you're a Justice High Priestess, and what that means is that the date of your birth adds up and reduces to 11, which is Justice, 1 plus 1 equals 2, which is High Priestess, then this reading will apply for you, and this is for January of 2021. So, let's take a look and see what we've got for you guys today and what you can expect in our month of January. So, on a personal level, celebration, good times. I feel like things are good with your family. There's a sense of harmony for you personally. Just a lot of joy. And this is going to be also celebrations of type. So I know that you're, with COVID, you're still, social distancing and that sort of thing. So, but there are ways in which you are connecting with others, and this feels like it's significant and important and a lot of fun for you, and a well-deserved kind of break or reward. We might also, with your work, Magician energy, love this. So you are starting a new beginning here. I want you to know too, whatever it is you want out of your career this year, I feel like this is your time to manifest that. Like you've got your energy. You have all the skills and tools you need to kind of do whatever you want in your career right now. So even if it's staying with the same company and it's exploring new things within that, I want you to begin to really define how you're going to manifest that this year, because your strength and power is totally on that, and you are ready for a new start, which is really good. Okay, now let's see as far as what you're going to accomplish. So on a personal level, it's definitely, you're kind of coming to the end of the road, and you're going to be able to unburden yourself a little bit this month. And you might not be able to fully let go of everything that you've been responsible for, but I do feel like you're bringing things to a conclusion here. That seems to be important, and that you can unload and get a little more comfortable and a little more relaxed in your life, in your personal life. For those of you that might be doing a remodel on the home, or perhaps a refinance on the home, I also feel like those things will begin to become wrapped up for the most part this month. Possibly it could be a new roof, new furniture, things like that. There's a restructuring of the home or the living space here. So I just feel like that'll be good. And some of you might even be looking at a move. It feels like the move itself is a little bit rushed, but once you're in, then it's kind of having a hard time finding a place for everything. So just hang in there with that, it will figure itself out, as you go through that. For you, your Justice High Priestess energy is so much about stability. And so as long as you've got your feet under you are solid on the ground, you're going to be stable. And so I feel like this is just kind of affirming that. Now work is a little bit different, because I do feel like you've got more challenge coming up in there. It's just not going to be any easier. I don't know if that means that you're busy or that you're slow. It could be either way, but I want you to know it's going to take more effort on your part to navigate through this situation. And I think we're probably looking at you kind of deciding whether or not you want to stay here in this role. Even looking down at this, I've got a 1, a 6, a 2, and a 1. And so, you're really, for the most part, looking at new things. And that 6, that's the number of freedom. So, you've got to decide what is going to really work for you. And I think you're looking more long-term now too, at well, do I need to be here for 5 years? Is that what the goal is? Where do I want to be in 5 years? Is it here? Is it something new? You're really looking at how things are going to play out in the long term for you, and what's going to be interesting to you down the road. So it's about gaining those skill sets now, so that you can long term kind of have what you want. Excuse me, I've been reading all day, and oddly enough, it's been a day of 2. So I've had Justice High Priestess days and Judgment High Priestess people. Both have been coming in all day long. Yeah, it's been a day of two. So I've had Judgment High Priestesses and Justice High Priestesses. I don't know what's happening, but you guys are all coming in together. And it's interesting because I'm having to re-record this reading because I had technical difficulties last time. So there was just a calling for the number 2 today. All right, so challenges. For you, it's going to be kind of continuing to be firm, to stand your ground. I feel like you're really feeling a little worn out and personally run down, but it's persevering through that and just not giving up. Also, it's kind of being prepared. Yeah, I feel like you are looking at creating some closure or change in your personal life. And as you do that, it's acknowledging what you need to let go of and what needs to be finished. And I also feel like there might be a little bit of a disconnect in your family situation. It's like there should be support and nurturing here, and I feel like that's kind of lacking for some reason. And I want you to be able to find that in a way that works for you. So just be prepared that you're going to have to be strong for you in January. Okay, now in your work, you've got a tough decision here, and this might be this idea: do we stay, do we go, or do we try something new? And you know, there's no right or wrong to this. There's pros and cons no matter what you do. And I think you have to really look at what you want for yourself. I will say the situation doesn't feel like it's going to get any easier now, but if it's important for you to wait another month, to wait until February and figure this out, then that's okay. Because I do think there's a part of you that's kind of wanting to put it on hold until February. And that might be due to some kind of bonus system or something to do with when you started, that kind of thing. I don't think your long-term goals are going to be any different than what you saw above, though. I just think that you're trying to figure out what makes the most sense for you. There's also something about the work that feels maybe a little flat, like it's not going anywhere. And I think for you, that might feel like it's not quite so fulfilling, because your High Priestess side is, you know, you want emotional fulfillment from things, and that's going to be important and significant for you. But your Justice side is like, well, dude, there's a right way and a wrong way to deal with this. And, you know, I think you're looking at that going, you feel torn, because I think what you want and what you feel is right might be two different things. So, you know, just figure out how you want to come to terms with that. Okay, surprises. Well, we've got rest and recovery here. So it's taken a break. It's chilling out. It's interesting because we had a 4 up above and now we have another 4. And so, you know, I saw celebrations and success and feeling fulfilled with, you know, family and personal life, but there's also a big focus on sleep for you, like just hitting the bed and trying to get the recovery that you need. So I hope you don't catch COVID. That is a possibility, I guess. But it also, you know, to me, this time of year, it is hibernation period. You know, bears are in hibernation. Most of the animals, they come out to eat, but really they stay asleep and hunker down when it's cold. So there is an acknowledgement for us as humans. We kind of do the same. I mean, when my kids were little, January was when I would sit down and read Harry Potter. Or, you know, I would really dive into a book and something I was really passionate about. Or my esoteric studies, whatever. So, you know, this is decompression mode, and that's going to be just a beautiful surprise for you. So if there's a book that you've been wanting to read, I feel like this is your time to do that, because it's like you're chilling out. And this is also going to build more stability for you. You might not be thinking about it in that regard, but this gets you re-solidified, which is so important for your nature. Okay. And then emotionally, work, oh, new beginning again. Ace of Cups, so much emotion coming out and filling you back up. So I don't know if there's a new project that comes forward that you're like, yes, or if you're just, something shifts in that company and you're like, oh, this is just what I need. I'm so good here. And my heart is being filled up and I can really make this work. So, it's interesting. You've got new beginnings and then you've got a little bit of drama and some angst tied all into that, but that's okay. I do think you're basically overall, you're entering a new period in your career cycle. So just allow that to happen in January. Now, one of the beautiful things that I always want to ask what you give to your partner. What's the best thing you can offer your relationship this month? And if you're not in a partnership with someone, then this would be a family member that you care for or a friendship. And this is nurturing love, being productive. It's helping out. We have the Empress, so anything that feels maternal to you. It can be baking cookies, but it's also bearing fruit. So to me, Empresses, they are helpful, they are nurturers, they're givers, they're very much yes people. So this is that kind of yes giving energy, and I feel like that's what you're giving to the people that you really care about. And so this is a moment where they get to take a break. But I think all of that for you is very give and take right now anyway, with that Four of Wands coming up here and the 10 of Wands, showing so much support and energy in there. Now your self-care, ooh, we've got the High Priestess, so your card. And this is your spiritual growth and connecting with that. Oh, some of you are really getting into the mysticism of things right now. Whether that's Judeo-Christian mysticism or whatever your upbringing is, it's kind of those books in the background that don't get talked about and aren't necessarily okay by the church or the synagogue. So maybe it's tapping into the Kabbalistic studies or something like that. But I feel like you're diving into something that's on the peripheral and you're growing with that. You're curious. And so your self-care is so much about exploring your own spiritual curiosity. And I just love that. Such good growth for you this month. Really enjoy it. And don't be afraid to go beyond the limits of what you think is okay. You know what? If you go too far, it won't resonate for you. And then you'll go, oh yeah, that's so not my jam. But I think some of you are going to go, oh yeah, I just found my new finish line and I can go farther now than I could, 6 months ago. So, really powerful High Priestess energy. Okay. And then, oh, good. So what you've got all major arcanas here in this, right-hand side of the reading. So just personal alignments and how you are with yourself and others. So powerful. So you've got the Hanged One, and with this, I see you really, I see you being able to give to people without it feeling like punishing yourself, or that you're somehow giving as part of yourself up. You're able to be there for other people in ways that feels positive, not only for them, but for you yourself. And that is such a magnificent gift. I think there has been times in your life where it would have felt like you were sacrificing a parking space or something. And now it's like, oh yeah, she's old. You see she's an old lady and there isn't a handicap spot. So you're like, yeah, we'll let her take that. Or you give her the bigger spot because you don't want her, she could hit the car next to her, whatever. But I feel like your perspective and your growth is very mature, and it's very much in alignment with your soul's journey here as far as paying it forward this month. So whatever you feel compelled to do, I have no fear of you not being on track with that. You're right where you need to be and really glowing in that definition of yourself. So, all right, so Justice High Priestesses, I hope that you enjoyed this today. Please feel free to leave me any, comments or constructive feedback below. I am new to YouTube, so I'm kind of navigating this system as I go. And I also have readings on Instagram. Every Friday they're posted, charm readings, and I've been doing that for almost a year now, I think, maybe longer than a year. Not sure, a long time. And those are there for your review. Also, you can check out my website at tarotdallas.com if you want to know more about me. Plenty of information on there. I've been reading cards for over 20 years now. It is my passion and my love and my full-time job. So take care, and I will see you again in February. Thank you so much for listening in.